Hi you guys, and thank you so much for joining me for a brand new video, my final video of the year. If it's your first time here, my name is Sandra and welcome to my world. Today I have a couple things to talk about. Basically, we're just going to go through a few of my personal New Year's resolutions for 2020, as well as a few tips of how we could all stick together and get through the New Year's resolutions. I say we because I have trouble sticking to my resolutions just like many other people. So if you are one of those people, you need a little motivation and are just nosy about what I'm going to be doing in 2020, go ahead and keep watching. All right, so resolutions. Let me just grab my wine now. I had to do a super heavy pour today because just thinking about everything that's happened in 2019 and trying to focus on what I want to happen for 2020, honey, I need wine. Lots of wine. Researchers show that 60% of people make New Year's resolutions, but by 30 days in, only 8% of people are still sticking to their New Year's resolutions. That's a huge drop off, but who's to say that you or me can't be in that 8% in 2020? So as far as my own resolutions, I have a few things that I definitely want to stick to. I made a pretty long list, but I'm not going to share them all with you guys because some of them are really personal, but I will share a few, and then we'll also talk about a few ways to stick to these resolutions when the new year comes around. So first up, I have read at least 2 books per month. One of the books that I really want to read is called Blue Ocean Strategy, and I am definitely going to be reading that book in January because I feel like it's a great book to read for entrepreneurs. So if you're interested, I will definitely go ahead and link the book below. I also have create at least 1 video per week consistently. That is the goal here on my channel right now. Hopefully one day I can push it up to 2 videos a week, but right now I am comfortable at 1. I really want to work on getting them out every week at a certain time on a certain day. So that's going to be my goal. One of my goals in 2020 is to make those videos consistently drop consistently good content and get ahead of the game so that I'm not feeling stressed when it comes time to make my videos. So that's definitely one of my goals for 2020. So my next resolution was to make sure I'm dropping at least 1 new item every week at my online boutique, which I will link here for you on the screen. But I definitely want to get consistent at making sure my drops happen every single week. As promised last year, I did pretty good on it. I was making my new arrivals every single week, but I think I kind of slipped up getting closer to the holidays because I just got so busy. And I really want to avoid that this year, so I'm going to try to stick to all 52 weeks, 52 new drops, 52 weeks. So here we go in 2020. And last but not least, I have set budgets I actually stick to. This would be personal, business, vacation, and investments. So I have a few different budgets that I work with at all times, but I really want to get better at sticking to them, not going over. It's just ridiculous, so I'm going to try to dial it down a little bit in 2020. Hopefully we could all stick to it, but I'm going to tell you guys about 3 ways I think we could all be more successful in implementing these resolutions in 2020. So first up, I have, as always, be consistent. Consistency is key to pretty much anything that you do in life, at work, with family, relationships, whatever you have going on, definitely in business, even here on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter, all of that. Consistency is king. Remember that you have a whole year. It's not like you have to make these changes overnight. Sometimes things will happen in phases, so don't force yourself to cram it all into January and feel like you're a failure if you don't do X, Y, and Z in this first month of the year. Just breathe. Stay consistent and keep going. The next tip is something that I talked about in a previous video, and I will definitely link it down below. It was my easy ways to stay motivated video, and that tip is to be nicer to yourself. You really have to give yourself grace and understand that you're not a perfect human being. And if you mess up, you wake up the next day, clean your own slate, and tell yourself, today I'm gonna kill it. Tomorrow, do it again. Next day, do it again. If you mess up, it's fine because you always have the next day to get better, to do better. So give yourself a little bit of leeway and be nicer to yourself. The last tip is something that I really learned in college that helped me so much when trying to stick to diets, budgets, all of that. That tip is balance and indulge. So you want to balance it and you want to indulge at the same time. So here's a good example. Whenever I start a new diet, the first thing I try to cut out is soda. I just cut it out completely and I tell myself I cannot have it. Now, probably about day 4, 5, or a week or so is when I start feeling like, oh my gosh, I missed the soda. So much so to the point where it consumes my thoughts. I start thinking about it. I notice every can of soda, every restaurant I go to, I see the soda. I'm just freaking out and it gets in my head. It starts tricking me. And in the past, I would go in and I would say, okay, I'm going to have soda, a burger, pizza, popcorn, chips, cookies, all that stuff, and just forget the diet. But when I learned how to balance and indulge, that's what really helped me learn how to stay on track, but also not torture myself. So if I was craving that soda, for example, I would give myself one of the little cans. So you know, the little like mini cans of soda, rather than going to get a 20 ounce or a fountain drink from the gas station, I would just get that little bitty can, and then I find that I open it, I drink maybe half, not even half, a couple sips, and just the taste of it is like, okay, I tasted it, I'm good, I got it, and just that little bit is perfect. And then you notice that you don't even crave it anymore because now you've balanced and indulged. So that's really my last and final tip. Honestly, there's not really many ways to stay consistent with resolutions. It's really all in your mind. It's really all up to you. I just want to offer you guys some encouragement and let you know that it's not impossible to achieve the things that you set your mind to. You just have to be consistent. You have to keep showing up every day, even when you don't want to. And hopefully at the end of 2020, you'll notice some big changes that have made such an improvement to your life. So with 2019 wrapping up, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video as well. I know most of you are probably out getting ready to go celebrate the new year and party hard all night long, which I am so happy for you. And I really wish you all a amazing 2020. Thank you so much for starting this journey with me on YouTube in 2019. This is my first year, and I'll always be able to look back on 2019 as the year that changed my life. I know that in the next 5 to 10 years, I know that I'm going to be looking back on 2019 like, wow. But I'm so looking forward to this new decade. I'm looking forward to putting all my new dreams and goals and aspirations into action. And I hope you guys will all enjoy the ride with me. Before we go, I'm going to do a quick little countdown because I won't be here for midnight. I know you probably won't either. So I'm going to do a little quick countdown. I would love to propose a toast to everybody who is here, everybody who shows up for my videos, who loves watching my little content as I start this new journey. I really appreciate you all, and cheers to you. So let's pretend 2020 is coming. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!